Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Tony Pizza Guy YouTube channel. My name is Ango, and today I'm bringing you guys some WWE related news. And by the way, this news is huge, so you guys are definitely going to want to pay attention to the video in its entirety. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section, and if you guys could slap that like button, it would definitely be appreciated. Now, really quick, I know a lot of people are going to leave comments about WWE 2K18 and Supercard. There's a lot of those videos coming soon to the channel. I know Tony's working on some videos. I have some videos. All in all, it's going to be some really great stuff. So make sure you guys are subscribed, make sure you guys are tuning in, and make sure you guys are following us on Twitter. My personal Twitter is @TangoWithAngo, as well as Tony's is @TonyPizzaGuy. So make sure you guys do those things, because this way you guys could get the content that you're looking for straight to your, timelines and all that good stuff. And yeah, so let's just talk a little bit about WWE 2K18. You guys probably saw through the image and through the title and through the thumbnail, but this is not a lie. This is not a joke. This is not clickbait. This is true. This has been confirmed and posted by WWE.com. Austin Aries has been released by the WWE, and I can't believe it. I honestly can't believe it, because this guy has done some really big things in his career. He's been a world champion in other promotions. We thought that he may have gotten the same treatment through WWE, but apparently it just didn't work out. So we don't know the exact reasons, and I just kind of want to dive into this. So let's just talk about it for just a couple minutes, okay? So Austin Aries comes to WWE. He debuts in NXT, quickly gets called up to the 205 Live roster. So he is a cruiserweight in the WWE. Now, unfortunately, there isn't confirmation as to why he was released. A lot of people online are stating that he wanted to be released because he didn't want to be a cruiserweight in the WWE, and I kind of find that hard to believe, but at the end of the day, I don't know him on a personal level, so that kind of makes sense, but it kind of sucks. And the reason why is because Austin Aries was the guy that I felt like, even with the amount of losses that he had on the main roster, this was a guy who was having consistent programs that eventually would get his chance to show why he's the top guy. So I can see why people think that he asked for his release, but we also have to adjust some of the things that are very important. We have to address these things. So keep in mind that Austin Aries has been injured a couple times throughout his time in the WWE. And regardless of the severity of those injuries, sometimes situations like that, they just suck, okay? They suck because injuries force people to not necessarily move up the quickest. And the best example is Hideo Itami. There's been so many people who have passed up Hideo Itami, and the reason why is because he's injury prone. Now, it doesn't matter if your injuries are severe or not. The fact that when you have injuries, it could slow your rise very quickly, okay? So a guy like Austin Aries, who has been phenomenal in the ring, great in the mic, he's brought a lot of star power to the cruiserweight division. Unfortunately, if you have injuries, it doesn't help you exceed the goals that you have set out. And I know for Austin Aries, there was probably a bigger picture there. And the reason why is because for the last several months, there has been several, I'm telling you guys, several reports about WWE being very high on Austin Aries. And I always felt like Austin Aries may eventually get that Rey Mysterio treatment, being the small guy, the cruiserweight, that eventually breaks out and becomes a world heavyweight champion, right? Well, unfortunately, that's not what's happening here, okay? Austin Aries is not getting that treatment because Austin Aries has been future endeavored, and it sucks. This is a guy, like I said, who has had so much opportunity with the WWE, and we don't know where he's going to go. We don't know if he truly asked for his release. A lot of people are speculating that he just didn't want to be a cruiserweight anymore. But I think it's a little bit deeper than that, and regardless if we get to know that reason, I don't know if we'll see that day anytime soon. Based on a couple of his tweets, a lot of people are indicating, yeah, this is what he wanted, But at the end of the day, Austin Aries is always going to be bigger than what he wants and what he gets. He wants to be a world champion. Well, Austin Aries possesses those qualities. And the thing that you guys got to know, regardless if you possess those qualities or not, is there is no secret there are other people waiting in line to be the next one up. And I'm going to be honest with you, as a fan of Austin Aries, I can confidently tell you there are quite a few guys who are ready to go before Austin Aries. And it sucks because we don't want to admit that. We don't want to admit that there are people better than Austin Aries. And I think technically sound, in the ring, I think Austin's one of the very best. I think that's why they put him in the cruiserweight division. But at the end of the day, look at Finn Balor. You know, he's the first Universal Champion, and unfortunately, because of an injury, he's kind of stuck in the mid-card main event scene. He's not really in the, he's not really a champion contender again just yet. See what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people online, and I know a lot of people were hoping that Austin Aries would get the same treatment of a Rey Mysterio. They were hoping to see that Austin Aries would excel and eventually become a world champion, and I would love that. I think that would be awesome, but this is not TNA. You have to build stars for the long term, and sometimes when you have injuries, that slows your roll, okay? It slows your roll, and it gets to the point where you may not be able to do that. And I don't know if these people come to WWE and they just hope that they're going to be a top guy. I don't know how that works, because I know for me personally, you can't have everybody being a top guy. There's guys they have to sign so that way these people could put other individuals over. And unfortunately in this industry, I think a lot of people are expecting to be that number one guy. Austin Aries is not it. And I got to be honest with you guys. With Austin Aries being released by the WWE, let's just say he did ask for his release. Now what I'm really questioning is, where does he want to go? And what kind of implications will that have? Because here's the thing that I get afraid about when it comes to, I get afraid for superstars that go to the WWE and they leave the WWE with a big ego and go to another company and expect that their name goes along with it and that they automatically become world champions. And one person in particular that did a really good job of really working his way up after life of WWE, it was Cody Rhodes. And I can see New Japan being an option. I can see ROH being an option. But at some point, you have to realize that being a cruiserweight in the WWE, in my opinion, especially on the level that Austin Aries is on, I think that's better than being an ROH champion. I think that's better than being a New Japan Pro Wrestling champion. Because at the end of the day, WWE reaches such a large audience. And that's what blows me away with this. I think when it comes to having that conversation about where does Austin Aries stand in the WWE, I mean, technically, he's one of the best in the ring. He's not bad on the microphone at all. I mean, he possesses a lot of characteristics that WWE looks for, and that's why I'm such a fan of the guy. And I understand that you can put him in New Japan, you could put him in ROH, you could put him in GFW. I mean, there's so many options because WWE is not the only company. But at the end of the day, as a fan, my preference is that he would have stayed with WWE. So if it is in fact true that he asked for his release, I'm upset by it. Now, I'm not upset by the fact if WWE chose to release him because of injuries, because at the end of the day, we all loved Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan can't wrestle anymore. And the reason why is because WWE won't allow that. So in my mind, there becomes a certain point where we have to accept it. Sometimes the best stars aren't truly the best because something slows them down. And I hate reverting back to injury, but you do have to consider that injuries played a role in Austin Aries being in WWE. It really did. I do got to say, I think WWE brought him up the correct way. I think when you think of commentary and how they've done everything, I think Austin Aries did a lot. And not only did he do a lot for the Cruiserweight division, but I feel like WWE had planned on getting him out of the Cruiserweight division. It almost seemed like for a while that was the goal. We hadn't seen him on TV for a while. So it really raises the question as to whether or not that accusation or, just saying that Austin requested his release because he didn't want to be a cruiserweight anymore. I don't believe it entirely because for a while it almost looked like he was done with the cruiserweight division. And honestly, the more that I think about it, guys, this is a situation where it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, because not only is he a great wrestler and he's a good talker and things like that, but this is somebody that realistically you don't want to see him go to another company because you're going to look at that and say, man, we really missed the boat with this guy. So I don't know where these accusations and all these statements are coming from. There is nothing that is fully confirmed by Austin Aries or WWE. We just know that in this situation, one of them have decided to break off the relationship. It could have been mutual. It could have been Austin. It could have been WWE. At the end of the day, this almost reminds me of a James Storm situation. James Storm had left WWE, went back to Impact Wrestling, and the reason why he did that was because there was perks for him to leave. And if this is one of those situations where Austin Aries, in fact, did ask for his release, he has been thinking about this moment for a long time, because at this point, it's very obvious he is going to go into bigger and better things, which he obviously can do. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. I want to see what they're going to say about it, but I want to know what you guys are going to say. I want to know what you guys think about this. I want you guys to leave a comment down below. Let us know. Austin Aries has been released by the WWE. What do you guys think about it? And just let us know a little bit. I really want to interact with you guys. I really want to get an understanding of how you guys feel about this, because Austin Aries is not just an average Joe. He's not a jobber. I mean, we're talking about a pretty big name, and he could have been the future of the WWE. He was part of the future stars. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Tango with Tango. If you guys aren't following Tony Pizza Guy, make sure you guys follow him as well at Tony Pizza Guy on Twitter. And if you guys aren't subscribed, go ahead and click subscribe. You guys will get all the newest videos, WWE 2K18, Supercard, wrestling news, analysis, all that good stuff. So much stuff happening on the channel, guys. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and thank you again for watching. If you guys have any questions, just leave a comment down below, and I will be sure to respond. Thanks for watching. Take care.